let's move forward. 2014, 2015, your legislative agenda, Congresswoman Hahn and the Democrats in Congress. If you had to isolate the top 3 priorities that you have, that you are going to emphasize in 2014, 2015, and other Democrats too are going to emphasize, what would they be?
I think for us, and by the way, the majority of Americans, they want us to tackle comprehensive immigration reform. The Senate passed a comprehensive immigration reform last year, and our Speaker of the House, Speaker Boehner, just has flat out refused to allow us to vote on that. So I think the Democrats really are in step with the American people and realize that we have 11 million undocumented folks in this country that we need to really address. And I think a comprehensive immigration reform is possible. That's our number 1. You know, the other thing is jobs, jobs, jobs. You know, particularly for the area that I represent, South Central Los Angeles, Compton has a 16% unemployment rate. You know, that's double what the national rate is. So we want jobs, and we think we can create jobs by improving our infrastructure. You know, we think we ought to, build our roads, our highways, reinvest in our bridges. That'll put a lot of people to work. And we want to raise the minimum wage to $10.10. It is time to raise that minimum wage. 2/3 of all those who are making a minimum wage are women. So the Democrats specifically want to focus on women in this country because we think when women succeed, America succeeds. So those are our agendas: jobs, raise the minimum wage, comprehensive immigration reform.
Well, you mentioned before the House Speaker, Mr. Boehner. The fact of the matter is that I don't know what personal relationship and legislative relationship you have with the Speaker, but I have to tell you, a lot of this certainly meaningful legislation, really jobs. I want to zero in on immigration too, but really jobs, particularly in the area that you represent, and other areas too. We're seeing now in Ferguson, that seems to be an underlying theme too, high unemployment in inner city areas. There seems to be a roadblock there. Question, how much of this is legitimate concern on the part of Boehner and the Republicans that these issues are not framed correctly as they see it, or partisan politics? Can you separate the two?
It's hard, but I think we have enough evidence that really has made it clear that the Republicans from day 1 have wanted to block President Obama's agenda. They wanted to make him a 1-term president. That was clear. It didn't work out very well for him. He was overwhelmingly re-elected by the American people. But I just think they don't want him to have successes. And that makes it very difficult. And that clearly is partisan politics. I mean, there's no reason that we have not brought up a jobs bill. There's no reason we haven't brought up comprehensive immigration reform. There's no reason it's not time to raise the minimum wage. But these are issues that I think they perceive as being in the president's win column, and they just really want to block him at every turn. I've seen that up close and personal, and that's unfortunate.